You know what? I believe they're making way too much of who's the first back that gets the first carry in training camp. I am sick of these reports already. Okay, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to be is the first one that got the. Of course, he was the first one. We already know Jared McKinnon scored freaking 10 touchdowns for him last year, and they trust him. So, and he's not the starter. And Isaiah Pacheco is like recovering from an injury, so of course CH is going to get the first carry. It's wasteful news. It's not even news. It's like, and Rashard Penny got the first carry for the Eagles. Wasn't that to be expected? It wasn't going to be Swift. Wasn't going to be Gainwell because they don't want to hand him a rock. Of course it was going to be the guy that brought over. Now, will he finish the season? Will he play half the season? Most likely not. Let me be honest with you. We don't even know if he's going to make the team, to be totally honest with you. So, I just think it's a lot of who get the first carry doesn't mean it. This is a bunch of bullcrap. What's up, guys? It's your boy, AB Jr., a.k.a. Flawless. Dropping you guys another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. Just want to go over some quick news and notes real quick. But then I saw something about, I had to touch on it real quick before I bounced on you guys because I'm taking a quick little 3-day real quick. But let me talk about something. So, we got Jonathan Taylor, got placed on a PUP. I guess they don't want to glass him out, just because he just, finally starting to feel right. So they're protecting him. Justin Herbert got paid. Great, good for him. We don't pocket watch around here. He got paid the bad, good for him. Wide receiver John Mechie, he's cleared. So the Texans should. It's either Mechie or the other dude that's gonna be throwing the rock to over there. I don't know if I want to touch none of that, right? At the very most, there'll be a low end wide receiver too. If somebody blossom over there, I'm not touching that. Especially with a rookie quarterback, I'm not doing that. And I advise you guys not to do it either. Zach Ertz got placed on the PUP. But I'm not going to say who's drafting Zach Ertz because some of you guys are so attached to names, it's ridiculous. Zach Ertz. I'm like, it's over. It's over. But, hey, guys, I just want to touch base with you guys real quick. I saw a video the other day from a content creator, and I like him. He cool, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But I saw a video saying not seven players that he'll never draft again. And he was talking about one of the players were Odell, Juju, Michael Thomas, and Mike Isabella, and just a bunch of other. Like, dude, are you just? I'm thinking, seriously, had to make a video about this? These are people that nobody should be drafting any freaking way. People I haven't been endorsing for years. So that lets you know prominent people that have tens and tens and tens of thousands of supporters and subscribers are still drafting these dudes. Again, I don't give a crap. If I say somebody's undraftable, that means if it's the 13th, 14th round, you should not draft him if he's undraftable. That's what I mean. Like, there's certain people, I forgot what I just told somebody the other night, and they said it was a wide receiver. I said he could be there around 12 and I wouldn't pick him. But, I stand fast on mine. For what? What am I wasting up? I'd rather pick an upside player than somebody else than pick some washed up wide receivers. I can't stand when people do that. Oh, well, he's going to outperform his ADP. Well, his ADP is wide receiver 89. So what if he outproduces and he's wide receiver 50? Does that help your team? No. So whenever somebody says, oh, he's going to outproduce his ADP, but his ADP is like ADP freaking 47, wide receiver 47 or running back 32, he's going to outproduce ADP. So the fuck. Well, I ain't got to worry about it, because I'm not monetized anyway. But you understand what I'm saying. Okay, now I'm gonna make me a quick video of 5 players I would never draft. But as you guys know, look, man, the level of dedication here is hardcore. Your boy's here on a cruise right now, getting ready to pull out of the dock here at in West Palm, southeast. We're in Palm Beach somewhere. And it's a little, what do you call it? Margaritaville cruise. Check this out, guys. Look how much the water costs. Look how much the water costs in the room. $4.95 a bottle. Man, what's wrong here? old girl back there. And I'm dropping you guys a video. See, that's how committed I am to the cause. But I'm going to have some good time. I got my peeps here with me, too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's going to be a fun time. So we're going to tear the ship up later on tonight, throw some back. But let me drop this quick video. 5 players, yours truly, Flawless Fantasy Football, will never draft. And you shouldn't either. Let's get to it. Now, hey, check it out, guys. I'm going to keep it a stack with you guys. I'm just going to stick to the wide receivers. So I'm going to give you guys 5 wide receivers that I would never draft. I'll do another video. My next video will be the 5 running backs. Once I come back in town Friday night, because I'm just doing a quick 3-dayer. I ain't going to, I ain't leave y'all abandoning y'all too long. But I'm going to do the 5 running backs that I never draft or draft again. I do that Friday. All right, so look for that Friday evening. So we'll catch up, do some news and notes, and then I'll jump into that one, just like this one. But I'm going to stick just to wide receivers here. And I made the list, and I tried to be as precise as possible and unbiased, but actually tried to, want to be on point with it too. Okay. So my first wide receiver that I'll never draft again. I did believe I did have him 1 year in particular in fantasy, and that's DeAndre Hopkins. Okay, guys, DeAndre Hopkins. We're not getting to DeAndre Hopkins when he's catching the ball over 2 Buffalo players, catching it when he's from Arizona, or getting force fed by Deshaun Watson. That Deshaun Watson is over. Now he's going to a run-heavy team. When they get down the goal line, they're allergic to throwing it in. Okay, it's Derrick Henry Town. He's going to have a capped season in touchdowns, even if he is the number 1. So they get down there, they're going to move through Henry, and because Tannehill does not get down there and throw it. That's kind of like Atlanta when they get down, they run it in. And other teams, when they get down close, they run it in because they're not equipped with throwing the ball short. And, he understands he's on his last leg and on his last team, so he has to fit the narrative and structure of that team. So I don't think he'll be productive this year, and I'm not putting him on my freaking squad just to say, I got Hopkins. I never picked DeAndre Hopkins ever again in fantasy, even though I'm sure this is last year. Number 2, a lot of you guys are going to like this. I know Canoa Built may not like this, and a couple other you may not like this, but Chris Godwin. Oh, and I had Chris Godwin on his best year, trust me. But let me tell you something. Chris Godwin is not with Baker Mayfield. Those targets are going to be so nasty. That team's going to have a losing record. Then you got to hopefully he stays healthy. Chris Godwin, I really believe Chris Godwin will not be a top 24 wide receiver. Anybody want to put some action on that? Hey, y'all know, because your boy will pay up. You want to put a friendly wager on that? We could put a 2-0 spot on it. Listen, I ain't in the business of gutting down my supporters, but I'm just telling you, I don't believe Chris Godwin could be a top 24 wide receiver. And to be honest with you, I don't think he'd be a top 28 at the end of the year because I don't think he's going to stay healthy and that team's going to freaking suck. Don't mean he won't have no games here and there because they're going to be down and the offensive line scrap. Just we've seen the best. He's not that old, but the team got a lot of rebuilding to do, and I just wouldn't trust Chris Godwin this year, especially moving forward until the quarterback situation fixes itself. I don't trust no Baker. Remember, he was throwing the ball all flicked it and out of bounds, and to what's your boy name? Odell, right? Then Odell daddy had to go get on involved. Throw the ball to my son. I can't stand when people are just overbearing parents. Different story though. That's a different story. So sorry, Chris Godwin. I do not endorse you. Number 3 is Michael Pittman Jr., man. I had him on one of my squads, I think last year or the year before last. I had him as a wide receiver 3 or 4 or something. Oh, man, it's just he's underperforming. And now with the wide receiver there, with the quarterback over there, I just don't see him getting peppered. His target's going to go lower. And touchdowns severely going to get capped. Whatever touchdown ceiling he thought he might have had. I'd be passing on Michael Pittman Jr. wherever he's at. Michael Pittman can be in the 8th round, and I wouldn't draft him. Because there's somebody else out there that I would rather pick. Hopkins be in the 8th round. Godwin could be in the 8th round. I wouldn't pick these guys. I don't like these guys and I don't believe in them. And remember this list. Remember this list. I'm going to probably go back to it myself. I think this is going to be a very solid list. Number 4. People are still just, why this dude? Because he always gets the targets, but the mother effer don't know how to score over 6 touchdowns, for one. And for 2, he glass. He's porcelain fine china, right? And we all know this to be Mr. Keenan freaking Allen. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care. He might have some, 3 good games in a row or some type of stuff like that, but the dude's going to lay it down. The dude's not a beacon of health. And I believe we've seen the best days of him actually being healthy. I want to believe I had him once. Maybe on one of my teams, but I just don't like it. I don't like nobody with limited touchdowns. I'm sorry, I just don't like it. I'm not trying to say you got to score like 10 touchdowns or nothing, but I really don't like PPR guys. I don't care for them. So, Keenan Allen, you're untrustworthy. Yeah, I know you got the young buck over there that just got paid, but hey, they running it with Austin Eckler too much, and there's other weapons on that team. A person I should have remembered to think about was Donald Parham. Parham as a tight end. I thought about that earlier today. I'm like, damn, I could have put him on the list. So I'm saying it now. Parham. Keep an eye out on it. So because once that star wide receiver tight end over there, lays it down, or hell, just get beat out for the job, because that's a possibility. Parham's young and he's legit. I believe I've seen enough of him. Be careful about that. But this is not a tight end show. Make sure I said that, though. So Keenan Allen's my number 4. And number 5. Some of you guys love this dude. This dude has no effing ceiling. No ceiling. And to me, he just don't get the targets that he got before on his banner year when he was maybe a high-end wide receiver 2, maybe. And that's Deontay Johnson. And I've had him before. I saw how the coach treated him. That's kind of one of the reasons why I endorsed Claypool. After Claypool scored those 9 or 11 TDs that one year, rookie year or second year, because I saw how Deontay Johnson got reprimanded by the coach. He get reprimanded, he get benched, he get barked at on the sideline and stuff like that. So yeah, I just couldn't. I don't think people, y'all love that Deontay Johnson, but I ain't in the business of Deontay Johnson. He's a plotting wide receiver 3. Plotting. What, you want to get a wide receiver at 27 or 28 overall? So what? Nobody's scared of that dude. Pick with upside, man. Screw these freaking dudes that's barely going to make a difference in your life, all right? I understand you want to have some people that are like trustworthy and give you a median, nice median number, but I've never looked at a lineup against me and be like, oh, I hope Deontay Johnson don't snap on me today. Listen, I'm not saying everybody has to be a needle mover, but when you're seeing the best of somebody, because to me, I believe he's going to decline for with his team far as being the number 1, and old boy, another young boy on the other side is inclining. But that's just me. Plus, they have a tight end over there, and the quarterback haven't really proved himself yet. And that team still is a defensive-minded team, and they don't like to air stuff out like that. It's like, I ain't in the business of picking Deontay Johnson. And you shouldn't be either, all right? You better F around and need 14 points one week on a Sunday night, and you're not going to get it because you drafted Deontay Johnson. Those are my 5 wide receivers that I will not be drafting ever again in fantasy. DeAndre Hopkins, Chris Godwin, Michael Pittman Jr., Keenan Allen, and Deontay Johnson. Let me know what you guys think. You guys like some of them guys? Do you agree with the list? Who do you agree with? Who do you don't agree with? Jump in the comments. Let me know. Look at, man, we're still out here docking, man. This is like, you can tell this is a ghetto on cruise line because these jokers haven't even left yet. That's the little ship outside, so really got to get to going. We should be bouncing here in the field. But anyway, this your boy, AB Jr., a.k.a. Mr. Flawless Fantasy Football, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I want you guys to be winning some ships this year. I want you to move the needle, okay? I want you to draft with confidence and don't be afraid. Get who you want and feel secure about it. Don't be like, oh, he reached. Oh, this is not. Worry about what your league mates say. Get who the hell you want, because I know I'm going to get who I want. You're talking to a person that picked Henry at number 2 overall, and he rushed for 2,000 freaking yards. I get who the freak I want. Picked Jonathan Taylor at the 502. That same year. 502. That was Jonathan Taylor's rookie year. Come on, man. Picked Josh Allen at the 702. He was what, number one quarterback overall? I'm telling you, man. Listen. Not everything is going to hit, but you got to swing for the fences sometimes. That's the only way you're going to hit a home run. You're never going to hit a home run if you're just check swinging and freaking hit the ball opposite field, you know what I'm saying, and line drive opposite field. You're rarely going to hit a home run. Swing for the fences like Cecil Fielder or Sammy Socha and Mark McGuire hopped up on that juice. Flawless fantasy football. Holla at your boy. Peace.